Hey viewers, my lights quit working on my Super W-6, and I use this tractor in the winter all the time, sometimes just to get back and forth even with. And I really need to fix them. It took out the fuse, so I replaced the fuse, and it's drawing a lot of power, like it's drawing a lot of juice. Like it's drawing over 20 amps. There's a 30 amp fuse in it. So there's got to be a short somewhere, either a shorted bulb or bad wiring, and my guess is it's bad wiring because it's got its original wiring, and let's face it, it's 70 years old. It's an old tractor. So let's get at her. Okay, I suspected the backlight wire and I cut it off, and I mirrored it, but I took the mirror off and I pulled it out. But I don't think it's shorting anymore. It looked like it could have, but let's see. Now this silly camera doesn't focus where I put it. Yeah, it's still drawing a lot of juice. There's more wrong to it than this. The condition of the harnesses to the lights isn't that bad, except out here there is cracking between the ground and the other wire, and the power wire, but it doesn't appear that they're touching. So I've got to unhook the lights and see how that goes. Okay, right headlight is unhooked. Turn the light switch on. It's still taking a heck of a draw. So I'll unhook the left light. Okay, left light bulb is unhooked. So we'll try her. See if it draws the juice now. Still does, so that leads me to believe it's a short in the wiring somewhere. So we'll unhook the junction block in between the lights and we'll try that. Okay, here's the main power wire for the lights. It's unhooked from the junction, so we'll see if we still are drawing so much juice. And we're drawing nothing, so the short in the wire, the problem must be a short in the wiring from the junction to the lights. So let's see if we can fix it. Okay, I'll show you why this has to come off. See, these are just short bolts that you screw into the grill, and one holds everything in place, though the back one. Back one's a little longer, it holds the grill on too. This is the newer style headlight post. But the older ones have a smaller hole in here, and that can pose a problem. The grill this is catching on. There we go. I'll just put the top bolt in so you got something for reference. That wasn't the problem, obviously. Let's go to the other side. Shoot. At least I'm on frozen ground. There's not a lot of... The snow's all packed, so I didn't lose the screw. And there again, I caught in the grill, so I gotta take the light post off. There again, this wiring doesn't look that problematic, but it obviously was, so time to replace it. Okay, I got wires for this. The power wire is supposed to be 16 gauge in the ground. I don't have black, which is the original color, so I've got to use brown. The ground, we use pink on. The original, from 1955 and up, it uses pink wire for ground. So that's what I use when I can. If I can't use pink, I use white. But originally the ground wires on International, at least up to 1970 something, were pink. So I'm gonna just go brown instead of black and use my pink wire for ground, and there we go. I don't see any reason why that should have shorted out, though that concerns me, but given the test it proves that that was the problem, so there you go. So try and sometimes to string the wire and get the length right. I have no idea why this isn't sticking, why this isn't going through. Ah! There you go. Just run both the wires, kind of put where they're gonna go. This is to the junction. Leave an extra little bit of wire, and I'll chop this one off. I'll put this to the ground, which it grounds to the thermostat housing. It grounds to where the wire, to where the thermostat housing bolts to the head of the tractor, so there we go. And the chopper with a little, there again with a little bit extra. Okay. Okay, if you've seen my farm all H wiring video, you'd know that I'm big on taping and loom. This is cold weather electrical tape. It was a little bit more expensive. I got this at Home Hardware, which is my favorite place to buy tape. I find it's the most it's the best product for the most reasonable price, so that's what I'm going to keep using. Okay, so you get a brand new roll. I have a used one, but this is cold weather stuff, so I want to keep using I want to use cold weather stuff in the winter. It's a nice day. Regular tape will work. It's good to minus 18 Celsius, which is 0 Fahrenheit, but I don't know about you, but I have no desire to build wiring harnesses on antique tractors outside when it's minus 18. There again, the ground is slightly shorter than the tower wires to the lights, so because it's below. So we get some tape and start taping. There again, nice and neat and straight. Okay, I got this taped. I'll check on the other side, make sure I got taped the right amount. If I have to, I'll add a little more to it. Okay, as you can see, my wiring harness is about in the right spot. It ends off at the right spot. So I taped it the right length, so I'm going to tape it again and loom it. Okay, here's my piece of loom. This I'm only taping it once because I don't think the loom will fit over it very well if I tape it twice. This is a used piece of loom off of some old wiring I've dismantled or something. This blue stuff is not good for originality, but it's good stuff. This cold weather stuff is way better than just the plain old black stuff. And since this is going to be I might someday restore this tractor, I don't know. But I like it as a working tractor. I just like it the way it is. So put the loom, I'm going to put the wires through first because tape makes it harder to loom. And it's coming. Oh, it's already through. You see, it takes a considerable pull to get through, so I wouldn't want to add another layer onto it. There we go. Voila. This side's loomed and taped and ready to go on. Okay, now that the wiring harness is partially built without the terminals, it's easier to put. Of course, it's better if you don't have the terminals on it. I'm going to take the headlight off, and I'm going to put, as long as I don't drop the silly thing, I had put the wiring through, there's no problem there. It's easier to put the wiring through before putting the light post on. Okay, and they use my favorite stuff on the light post, on the bolts for the light post. I never see that, because once the light's on this time, it's on permanently. I'm not going to take it off again. And if I do, I could just replace the bulb or take the light itself off the post. I don't need to pull the post anymore. I'll put a little of this stuff on. Like Frank's Red hot sauce, I use that shit on everything. I dropped the bulb, I hope I didn't hurt it. We have a clutch today. Okay, there you go, that's enough. Just so it just makes it so much easier to take apart, because it may be a few years until when I pull these posts off again. So the more of this stuff I use, the easier it is to pull apart. There we go. There we go. Headlights on. Okay, now I'll put the terminals on and I'll hook this side up right away and might as well. No drip loop on these silly things. That's how it was factory too, so. You know, it's never bothered. Like the wiring's 70 years old and I just have trouble with it now. I doubt if any of the modern wiring will last 70 years, nor do I think it's intended to do so. So, there you go. Okay, now repeat with the other side. Okay, we'll try this again, see how much. Yeah, there, that's better, about 8 amps, opposed to 20. This light's not working. Oh, there it is. Yeah, both lights are working now. I don't think there's any danger of blowing the fuse. So mission accomplished. See, I just put them all in one terminal and bolted it back to the thermostat housing. So there you have. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.